Hello, today I am going to be giving you a brief overview of Global Experiences, which provides international internships to college age students and young professionals all over the world. So, today's topics we're going to focus on why we intern abroad, who we are and where we come from, and basically how the process works. So, why intern abroad? Well, first of all, just a couple highlights of the program: full time work experience in a foreign country. You build skills outside of the classroom, which is pretty evident in any type of internship program. And there's a special international intercultural office dynamic that you will be able to utilize when you are working with international companies. Also, this is a direct bridge between the classroom experience and the world experience. And then the biggest thing that we see is that it allows you to put an international working experience on your resume, which basically puts you in the top 1% of applicants because it's something that is extremely unusual on a resume or LinkedIn. Well, what are employers looking for in 2020? That's a great question considering how strange this year has been. But obviously, I think the top one is complex problem solving and critical thinking. So, these are just a few things that employers are looking for that we hear directly from them. Obviously, with the pandemic, we have heard from employers that they expect their interns to be adaptable and also have ideas and be willing to act on those ideas. All of these different topics here touch upon that. So, just a quick snapshot of global experiences and who we are. We were established in 2001. We were one of the earliest internship providers that came in the 21st century. We have one-on-one individualized pre-departure programming. So that's one thing that's kind of unique. We have dedicated advisors and coaches that will always be a point of contact for potential interns. Even during the admissions process, students will work with an admissions counselor to work on their application and what their expectations for the program are going to be, and also their program goals as well. Before the program begins, there is extensive career and professional development opportunities. We use Clifton Strengths Finder certified coaches to coach students and interns on their top 5 talents and how they can utilize that during the internship process, both in interviews and also while they're on the ground. There'll also be other opportunities for them to participate in group webinars to network with each other and prepare for the program. We guaranteed internships in one of two career fields. So we guarantee internships based on previous qualifications and recent coursework, and then also just what some of our interns' interests are. Once they're on the ground, there's a 24/7 support from our location coordinators. There's a hotline that students and parents can reach us at just in case of an emergency. And we also have a robust social calendar and networking um, for on location um, programs. We also have virtual options as well. This came out in April as a response to the need to still be doing relevant working experiences even while we were quarantined at home. A lot of the companies that we work with and place students at requested that they keep their interns that were supposed to be doing programs in summer 2020. So we decided to create a virtual program. And the other great thing is that the program doesn't end once the internship is over. Um, Interns will have the opportunity to work with their coach again and receive some professional development documents to embed this experience into their resume and LinkedIn. Well, where can you go? Well, we have places all over the world. On kind of the Western Hemisphere, we have locations in New York City, Washington, D.C., and San Jose, Costa Rica. Um, in Europe, we have Barcelona and Madrid in Spain, London and Edinburgh in the United Kingdom. Edinburgh is brand new for summer 2021, and we're really excited about that new location. In Ireland, we have Dublin and Galway. In France, we have Paris. In Italy, we have Milan, Rome, and Florence. And in Germany, we have Berlin. We also have some specialty group programs in Shanghai, China, And finally, in Australia, we have Sydney. So, what can you do? Well, we have over 40 different career fields to choose from. Most of them fall underneath these branches where we have business, creative industry, STEM, communications, and social impact. These internships are available to both undergraduate and graduate students. So, we do have high level internships that are available to grad students that might be looking for something a little bit more specialized. And we also have internships that are maybe a student's first working experience. So it does vary, and the great thing about the admissions process is that we try to get a complete snapshot of what an intern is looking for so that we can find their best possible internship. So the application and the admissions process is both simple and complex. It's simple in the fact that it's just a matter of getting on the phone and starting to work with the admissions counselor. It's complex in that we really do care about each interest and our students' background and their financial situation to make sure that we can make this happen for them. To start the application, you can go to globalexperiences.com, and in the upper right hand corner, there's a bright green button that says Get Started. There, you'll be able to complete some of the initial information, including what your internship preferences are, such as your career fields and then your education status. So once you submit your application, an admissions call with your admissions counselor will be the next big step. You'll speak to your counselor about what you're studying in school or what you have done in school, some of your future professional goals, background interests, things along those lines. After we complete the admissions interview, the application and the admissions interview information will be received with the placement team and directors to decide whether or not they feel comfortable guaranteeing an internship within specific career fields. If we decide to move forward, then we will accept and offer them enrollment into the program. So at this point, an intern is guaranteed an internship, which means we will find an internship for them no matter what. And, and then we will have the intern enroll into the program with either a deposit or a full program fee. The reason we have these fees up front is so that students can begin on their coaching and advising program. And as soon as the payment comes through, then students will begin to meet with their program advisor and career coach to start working on their professional documents. So how it works. So this is the process for when the intern is starting to go through their professional development side of things. So first of all, they'll have a professional coaching call with one of the certified Clifton Strengths Finder. They'll also get a code to take the Clifton Strengths Finder. And they'll also have a welcome call with their program advisor who will start to work with them on their professional documents, including their resume and their cover letter. Once those have been updated and completed with feedback, then we're going to send that information out to the placement team for a specific location that they have been accepted into. The placement team will actively work on presenting your profile or the student's profile to different internships that are aligned to their goals. At some point, the best will get different matches, and we'll set up the best match first, and then the intern will then interview with their best match. Typically, most of our interns receive an internship offer after the first interview, but if for some reason the first interview does not go well or they're not offered a position, then we move on to their second best match, and we continue to work our way through that process until we confirm the placement. So what's included? Well, we have two different programs right now. We have the Virtuoso program, which is virtual internships, and then the in-person program. So the GE Virtuoso program guarantees a remote internship with an international employer, the Clifton Strengths Online Assessment with professional coaching calls, resume, and cover letter support, individual program advising, resources, and tutorials for teleworking. Teleworking, this is a bit of a signature of our new Virtuoso program. As many of us are now well aware, teleworking is an unusual beast in itself. So it does take some getting used to, especially across different time zones, which we work on addressing and teaching our interns. There's a welcome orientation with the entire group so that they can begin to network with each other virtually. And then we have constant internship monitoring and check-ins throughout the program to make sure everything is going smoothly. At the end of the program, there'll be an exit orientation and debrief to gather insight on how the program went and to maybe make adjustments in the future for our interns and give them some feedback on how they can use their experience. The in-person program has everything that the GE Virtuoso has, plus of apartment-style housing that's in a central area of the city. We do place all of our locations right next to the various public transportations, whether it's buses or trains, so that our interns can get into the main city grids transportation network with ease. You receive travel and medical insurance, local support staff. There's 24/7 emergency support, as I alluded to earlier. The location coordinator is really great at working with all of our interns on the ground. And then there's social events and day trips. These can vary from cooking classes to entire trips to beaches or other points of cultural interest, like the Cliffs of Moher or the rainforest or coffee bean farms, just to name a few. Things that are not included, and then you'll have to budget for separately. Flight, that's pretty obvious. Since we're working with interns from all over the United States and even world, flights tend to vary in price, so that's something that they should budget for separately. Food, all the apartments are equipped with ways to meal prep, so they would be able to live pretty affordably if they want to do mostly grocery shopping. But a lot of our interns do eat out pretty regularly. Visa fees, certain locations might require a visa fee. We do tell the interns upfront an estimate of how much those visa fees will be. And then other personal expenses, this could vary depending on career field. They might have to get a background check to work in a certain type of internship. With COVID-19, there might be some medical requirements as well. So just kind of keep that in mind too in regards to budget. And of course, if somebody wants to do some additional travel on the weekend or have friends come and visit, those expenses would also come out of their pocket. Need academic credit, we do offer internship courses through a partner university, Fairfield University out of Connecticut. These are the three courses that we offer. GE 298 does allow you to get a maximum of 6 credits. The coursework will be more rigorous if you decide to pursue the 6 credit course. The other two courses we offer are global workforce and leadership, and finally intercultural communications in the global workplace. If you have any other questions, though, about the Global Experiences program, you can reach out to info@globalexperiences.com. Just tell us where you heard about this webinar from, and then an admissions counselor or somebody from our team will be in contact with you shortly.